Hello, everybody. We back with another episode. I bring on my two good homies, Ray and Keishun. You know, we out here. Like, I know these boys since freshman year. We go way back, man. How y'all dudes feeling today?
Feeling real good today, man. Can't complain.
Feeling blessed. God, let's see another day.
Man, like, so we done with Howard now. Like, what's things been like for y'all since we've been done?
Getting out the door, man. It was just like you hitting the real world now, man. In college, especially the Howard experience, kind of spoils you, bro. You're just used to being around your people that look like you, people that's on the same thing, same vibe, same mental wave as you, all about growth and stuff like that. But now that you're out, it's kind of just like, all right, you got to figure out what you're gonna do for the rest of your life. This next jump for real.
Yeah, that's real. But what about you, Ray?
Exactly. It's just time to spread your wings. Like we've been spoiled the whole entire 4 years of Howard. And now it's just time for us to go out there and do the damn thing.
Bro, I agree, bro. I think one of the biggest things for me this year was like I was so stressed about like not being here anymore, not knowing what was next. It's it felt I was excited for what was next, but even though I didn't know, but it's still stressful, bro. Like not even being away from Howard and stuff like that, bro. Like we've been here for a minute, bro. Since 2019.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
It's a long time we've been here, bro.
Flew by with a quickness.
Flew by, like it felt like we blinked, it was over with.
Like for real, bro. Like it makes me sad just cause like COVID took away.
Yeah, it took away a good year and a half that we had, big ass chunk we had.
Like freshman year, like that was our moment right there.
Oh my god, that was our moment, bro.
That was our moment right there. Like we was babies. Literally, like we was Howard babies.
Yeah. No facial hair, no nothing. First time away from home for all of us. For real, like living on your own. Mom said you $75 a week.
You
like
you gotta try to figure it out. Like you got class.
You got class. You got 8 a.m. You got drinking.
you trying to find yourself. That was like the most important time. That was growth, maturity.
It really was, bro. I think that coming to Howard is something that I had to kind of learn how to be was Howard taught me how to find who I was, because for me, like growing up, I went to all black schools. Like in like grade school, my school was all black, but then high school was like a little more diverse, but it wasn't a hella black people, and something that I had to figure, like in a high school, was something that I really identified with was me being black. That was something that stood out about me. One of the things that stood out about me. Well, when you come to Howard, you don't have that advantage anymore. So I feel like for me, I had to kind of go back to the drawing board and feel like trying to figure out like who am I really outside of my blackness. But it was weird because Howard taught me the importance of my blackness at the same time. Mm-hmm. Like, and I think that's one of the biggest things that I learned even when I wasn't at Howard, bro. Like sophomore year, I feel like just being a Howard student still like affected the things that I did.
For sure. This place like forces you to think, because like also it's like you just said, like everybody here is black, so like people that do amazing things here, like they're all black. So it's like kind of like you find an identity within yourself, like the things you like to do, and then it just go on from there. But like I get what you mean. I grew up in Mississippi, and like it's overwhelmingly black, like from middle school all the way to high school.
Mm-hmm.
When I moved to Texas, it was kind of like I don't have like a hard time adjusting to being around other races, because like I was raised, I guess, to be accepting of all people and understanding of all people. But yeah, it was like very hard going through that transition. And also like when we're adults now, leaving Howard and then like go to our internships and stuff like that, like people just aren't used to what blackness is, like just the natural, just like you being you black from where you from. Like people aren't used to that. Like when I was in Wisconsin for my internship, like me having the braids, showing up in Yeezys and all this crazy stuff, like people looking at me like I'm an alien. Like,
for real?
they never seen nothing like that. Not in a bad way. Like,
Yeah.
they were judgmental, but just like, where is this guy from? Like, this guy is like cool. We gotta get around him. We gotta get next to him. It's like our culture is contagious naturally.
It is contagious, bro. And I think that's something that Howard made me even more proud of. Like, in whatever space I go into, like whether if it's white or black, like they gonna know that I went to Howard, and they gonna know that I'm proud. Not only that I went to Howard, but that I'm a black man. You know,
you're achieving everything, because my mom always said when you come in, when us black men are born into this world, we're born with a target on our back.
Straight up.
So everything that we do, we're under a microscope. Everybody's already thinking like, oh, they see black men like myself with tattoos, braids, all that, dress good. Oh, he's just another nigga. He doesn't care.
Mm-hmm.
But then I got to show them different. It's like when I worked at my internship at Houston Methodist over the past summer, the doctor was like, okay, I know you have tattoos and everything, but I want you coming in dressed up in a suit and tie so they know that you're just not another nigga. Like, he told me straight like that. Like, he went from, okay, I'm going to talk to you like...
This was a black dude?
Black dude.
Okay.
Dr. Anthony Brissett. Shout out to him. He's a hell of a doctor, hell of a person. And he just told me, like, you have to show them that you're just not another nigga, that you're smart. So whenever you walk into a building that you have on your suit and tie, they're looking at you different. They're not just thinking that you're just another nigga that's out here not doing shit.
Bro, that's powerful, bro. I feel like nobody else got to deal with it with something like that, bro. Like, we really got to, like, make sure that we present ourselves in a proper way.
Yeah, I think it's a very unique experience being a black man. Just like our appearance is like demonized in a sense. Like, white men don't ever get haircuts. If we just keep it honest, like they don't care about haircuts or nothing like that. Like, white men don't be caring about haircuts. Like, with black men, like my mom would call me on the phone, like, yeah, you graduated now. Like, you can't show up to work looking like you're in a rap video. You gotta cut your hair. You have to do this. Like, we have to do all these things, I guess, to be accepted in like a corporate space, not just like a white space, but just like a corporate space, just like for people that are not like our race to accept us and, you know, understand it, I guess. But as I tell my mom all the time, it's just like, I can't really control like what I do, like how I look. Like, I just like to look like how I look, what makes me comfortable. Like, a white dude wants to wear his hair as long, like he's George Kittle or somebody, you know what I'm saying, with a big scruffy beard. Why can't I do the same? I just probably got dreadlocks. He has straight hair, like that's it. So it's really like the thing. It's just like our appearance is just, we have to make sure it's on point before we even open our mouths, because as you said, we already got a target on our back. People already think they got an idea, but it's already,
bro. Facts. Ray, do you think that anybody was judging you at your internship?
I feel like yes and no, but it was like me showing them that I was smart. I deserve to be here. I deserve to be one of in the first cohort of HBCU students to join the Houston Methodist DEI.
Wow.
I was one of the first 5.
Damn. That's real.
And I'm the only man in there, and I'm coming from Howard. Like, that's a stigma. Everybody always telling me, like, when I'm there, like, oh yeah, what's the real HU? Howard. HU, you know, like,
yeah, Howard.
We the best. Like, we're stepping. So I gotta show them that I deserve to be here. And like the doctor Brissett, he also told me, he said, like, I came one day, my first day I had a ponytail.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next week I had twisted my hair.
Yeah.
He was like, it's nothing wrong with what you got on right now, like your hairstyle, but when it comes to a professional setting, you can't have those twists in your hair. Like he said back when I was in college, I had a full head of dreads. But another doctor told me, when you go into your meeting, in order to like during your med school interviews, they're gonna tell you, like, you need to cut your hair. Like, you have to have like a fresh, clean. You gotta be fresh, clean cut, or else they're gonna look at you different. And that's one thing I do not like, and that's one thing that I definitely do want to change. Cause it's like, it shouldn't matter about your hair, the way you look, if you have tattoos, as long as you're presenting yourself in a professional manner, and you're the best man for the job,
and you show that,
it shouldn't mean a thing. Like,
not at all.
I'm still gonna help the next person. Like, when you're going into the medical field, you're going in because you want to help somebody. Like,
mm-hmm.
you want to help influence everybody.
Exactly.
Right? So I just think like that stigma of that should change.
I agree.
And even though he also told me, he said, when I first started out, I didn't even put my picture on my page. I work with a lot of black doctors over that summer. They told me, they was like, I didn't even put my picture up on my page because I know the white people wouldn't come. You catching them by surprise when you don't put your picture on there, but they see all your accolades. They see, oh, he's the best. He's the best.
I love that. I love that so much, bro.
So then when they come up there, you done blew their mind. And then you drawing that connection with them, you creating that connection, you're helping them. And all of a sudden, like, now you can put your picture up there because now they see, he's not just a ghetto nigga. Now he's somebody that I know is trying to help me.
Exactly. And, you know, and I hate that something as simple as in the way that our hair grows makes them look at us as less than a human, bro.
Exactly.
Like, it's crazy. And you wait, hold on, Keishun. Like, your story, like, made me think of, like, my uncle. Like, he worked he's an engineer at the airport, but when he first got the job, like, when he interviewed on the phone. And they ain't know he was black. And he talking about all that. He did great on his test, like, hella good, like, one of the best. Then he got there and he was like, "Oh, I thought he was somebody else." And
exactly.
This made him look stupid. And it's like, "Oh, okay, like I'm black and I'm good at this and I'm gonna show you why. And it don't matter how my hair is, like straight up. It don't matter if I got earrings, dreads, twists. I'm gonna show you what's up."
That's the best way to do it for sure.
Yeah, bro.
I ain't gonna lie though, like I was just going in about it being black. I can say like about like being black, our appearance being demonized. I can just say though, like I didn't expect it being in like Milwaukee, Wisconsin, around like all of these like white people that are just like middle America, not like no big city, not like, really exposed to other cultures like that. They would be like as accepting as they were. But like the first day I came in, like we had to wear suits all the time because like we was teachers, so like we have to like dress up. So
that's what's up.
Always slacks, dress shoes, stuff like that. Keep your ties tied, all that stuff. So like I came in the first day. I'm not a big public speaker at all. Actually, feel weird being on this podcast. Ain't no good us, but I'm not a big public speaker at all. I came in with like twisting my head, like Justin Jefferson, like a long twist covering my face, and a suit on, and then they made me go up there. My group from my school that I was assigned to, out of the like charter schools that we worked at, they made me go up there and present the theme. And the first day there, I was like, all right, I'm from Houston. I done heard I look like Travis Scott 30 times since I've been here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a rodeo theme. I went up there. I won out the competition. I won the competition out of 13 other schools.
Wow.
Set the theme for rodeo. Helped design the shirts, and then that was like the theme and the presidents like for the inscription and all that we did throughout the summer school program that whole year. So like when we would bring the kids in the morning, like they had to go off my theme that I created and I put forth for the group.
Wow. That sounds like a dope experience, bro.
Yeah, it was cool. I didn't just really expect. I thought I was gonna be like a little weird, out of place, but I didn't really expect anybody. Like I said, our culture is contagious, so people was more so fascinated with me than anything judgmental. So I had that like different experience. But I guess with also our mothers are living, like he said, with his mom and stuff like that, and like an older doctor, like an older black man, or older black people in our lives are just kind of like they don't want us to go through some of the things that they went through, and like the boundaries that they encountered, but they don't realize, like I tell my mom every day, the world is kind of changing. Like the world is getting a little bit more progressive. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can't just be thinking or going into things with the assumption that people are gonna look down upon us. Cause sometimes it might be accepted. And I'm glad I didn't go at it with a negative attitude, but not to discredit. I'm not saying this to discredit from Ray's experience, because that probably would be the experience 9 times out of 10. I just probably got lucky in the most random place where I think I wouldn't get lucky. It's Wisconsin. It's a red state. It's in the middle of America. You know what I'm saying?
Red as hell.
So yeah, that's it pretty much.
That's real, bro. I kind of wanted to ask a question about your internship though. Like, so you was teaching?
Yeah, I was a teacher of Seafoot Center for Urban Teaching in Milwaukee. So it's basically like these Christian charter schools, and it's like bringing in kids for the summer, like getting them off the streets and stuff like that. Like, cause you know Milwaukee, a big thing was the kid boys, and that's the like age level that I was really teaching at and really getting to know, like 11 to like 13, just like kids out there stealing cars all day. That's what they was really known for. Documentaries all over TikTok last summer. Like it was really crazy during that time. Hondas and kids definitely getting snatched up, but like, and I'm teaching the kids that's like actively out there doing it. But these like kids were very smart. They're just like actual kids. Actually, once you get to know them, and especially like for a kid, like teaching is something that, like, I'm an econ major. Like teaching is something that like you can do automatically when you got to college. I do have somewhat of a passion for it, but I know that it's not as rewarding. So I feel like I can help my community and young black men in other ways. But it was very impactful to see that like I can actually do something in the classroom, and I still get job offers from them today. Like, and I'm very cool with the director and who's now president of Seafoot, Miss Portia Hunter. Great woman. In her interview, she was like, I think you're perfect for it. Also, my team was very nice. It was like Miss Jasmine Bryan. She's moving up within the organization as well. So I had a lot of strong black women around me too. Just was like, you're what these kids need. Like I said, it's only 4 of us black men in the whole group, and that's what we're teaching, black students. So it's like it's only 4 black men out of like hundreds of interns, and we're teaching black students in the inner city of Milwaukee. So it was just like a great experience. My kids love me. I love my kids. It was sad leaving them. They be telling me to hop on the game sometimes. Calling me at 6 in the morning. I'm like, please stop it, Cam Lorenzo. All my kids, but yeah, it was fun. Like they got to see somebody that looked like them and actually know that, like, hey, you can make it out. Like you could do something.
Facts.
Like, and I'm not just sitting up here like any other person. Like I can relate to you. I know what you go through. Like same struggle, same everything. And then also Milwaukee got a strong connection to Mississippi. You know what I'm saying? Great migration, Chicago, Milwaukee.
That train route go right up there.
Yeah, everybody from Mississippi too. So it was just like it was cool. I was really in a place where I was able to connect with the kids and really do my job for sure.
Bro, that's dope, bro. Like you made me think about how like a lot of like in education today, a lot of teachers look at black students, particularly black male students, as like little demons.
Yeah.
You know, they look at them as like they can't be taught. Like, what do you feel like made them easier to teach for you?
Okay, I'm gonna say this. This is crazy. Easier to teach. Like, okay, like they teach you like with the training and like the lesson plans to teach by the book. But really, man, I can't lie. Rap songs, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Your mama always cut into you. You know what I'm saying? You know that schoolwork, like, you know that little dirt that young boy get it. And rap songs, bro, like when we would have little times to like go off, like I'm like, all right, y'all, you can relate this to this, you can relate this to this, and then just talking to them, like kids have a lot of questions. They're very inquisitive beings. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to figure out what the world is. We kind of have a concept. We not grown, so it's just like. They just ask a lot of questions, just talking to them, relating to them on stuff that they actually like, and just like relating the lesson plans to stuff like in real life. Just like, all right, it was something I had to teach them about potato farming, and I'm like, all right, y'all, I can't break this down on this potato farming jargon. How many of y'all like French fries from McDonald's? Like, that's it. All right, so if this don't happen and then they have a shortage on this, you ain't gonna get no fries at McDonald's. Fries at McDonald's gonna be $10 if this potato field go out. So then that's when they're like, oh, for real, Mr. Martin? And that's when they catch on. And like in the breaks, you know what I'm saying, there's little songs, stuff like that, playing with them, like stuff like that too, like actually showing them that you care. Like you gotta interact with your kids. You can't just like say, hey, read this, and then once you go on break, y'all get y'all little time off or whatever, just sit there, eat your lunch, and not talk to them. You know what I'm saying?
Right, build that connection.
I'm going out there playing football with them, like, oh, who your favorite receiver? Who this? Who that? You know what I'm saying? Hooping with them. Playing 1-on-5 like Prime Shaq. Well, I'm Prime Shaq against some 5th graders. I'm telling you.
That sounds like a great experience, bro.
Bro, it was very rewarding. I can't lie.
Like I can't. That's so dope, bro. And that's great insight, bro. Because I feel like sometimes teachers, like I said earlier, they kind of demonize black children, and it's like you got to. You can't just force them to learn a certain way. You know, you gotta meet them in the middle. It's like. You're not gonna make a whole lesson plan based off of a rap song, but you gotta incorporate some of that stuff that they're familiar with, into the lesson plan. You know, you gotta like talk about real life experiences. You know, because a lot of these kids, you know, like they already be out in the street and shit like that. Yeah. So you know, if they've been stealing or something, whatever, like you know, if they've been more desperate, you know, you gotta maybe talk about real world concepts about just stuff in the city or something that they used to.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, also, like, another thing is, like, I tried to relate to them stuff they used to in the city, like, Milwaukee, like, their music taste is very crazy, bro.
For real?
Yeah, like, their music taste is very crazy. They like a lot of Chicago artists, but they, like, got their own rappers and stuff like that. And they got their own type of dancing called low-end dancing.
Low-end dancing?
Yeah, bro. It's, like, kind of like, you do, like, this and all this. Like, it's like hand movements, you know what I'm saying? Just like movement and stuff like that. It's called low-end dancing that they be doing out there. Another thing that helped me, though, was another Howard student, actually. The only Howard student that was in there with me, actually, is this girl from Chicago. She ran for Miss SOE this year. I don't know if you know Casey Bostic.
I've probably seen her.
Yeah, she ran for Miss SOE this year. She was a good teacher. And, like, she helped me a lot, like, as far as, like, lesson plans and stuff like that. She was cool. It was good to have somebody from Howard in my internship, for sure.
Bro, that's super cool, bro. I'm definitely gonna think about what you said, bro, because I definitely feel like we need to actually start teaching these kids in the right way. Because when you look at education numbers and stuff like that, things are going down, bro. Like a lot of these, like in San Francisco, like it was something crazy. Like only 15% of like 8th graders are reading at an 8th grade level, bro. Like most of them are reading at like a 3rd or 4th grade level. Like I gotta look at the stat again, but it was something like that. That was just horrible, bro. And I used to work at Safeway. I always talk about Safeway on the podcast, but it was so important for my life because I worked in a black neighborhood, and like I used to see a lot of them kids running up in the store and stealing and stuff like that. And it's like, as much as adults will want to like demonize the kids and be like, oh, these kids are horrible, like send them to juvenile. It's like, bro, like that's the problem. We're not even trying to understand
or teach
these. They're teach them.
Just teach them. And like I said, like being a teacher is very rewarding. It's just that like I know it's just like not economically feasible and like something that I can just see myself doing for the rest of my life. But I do want to like help. I really felt that like a great joy in helping young black men and little girls I had too. This is like me, bro. Like just helping them anyway, just letting them know like, hey, all right, y'all can do this. Y'all can be smart. Y'all can go to school. Like it don't matter which, because you don't know like what these kids be going through at home either, bro. Like
exactly,
these kids just show up to school and like they try to teach them by the books. Once teaching them by the books don't work, they kind of just write them off. Always send them to detention. Always
push them by the wayside.
Yeah, pushing them by the wayside, never really helping them. So like really, if we want to see change, we gotta start with the children, bro. Because we are gonna get old. You know what I'm saying? We are set in our ways. We never gonna change. So we gotta change them. We gotta help their mind grow.
Exactly, bro. We cannot let them fall behind, and it's because like I don't know about the kids there, but how many of them had even had a black teacher before? Like some of them don't even be having black teachers, bro.
I don't know. I even had a black teacher. Like, I can't remember having a black teacher. Like you don't really learn like when you growing up in school. I didn't really learn any black history for like you'll know a little bit about Rosa Parks. Yeah, she sat at the back of the bus. Like that's all they tell you. Like okay, the civil rights movement, Martin Luther King.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, you're not hearing anything else. I've learned more in my 4 years at Howard. Actually, my freshman year at Howard, I learned more than my entire time ever in school. Damn. Learning black history. And that, it was a shock because it was like so much that they're just whiting out their sins. I think J. Cole said that. Like they're whiting out their sins.
Oh my God.
And that is so crazy.
It is crazy. Yeah.
Whitening out their sins. That's so true, bro. Because they be trying to act like ain't none of this stuff happened. Like you ain't never see them talk about Malcolm X like
at all.
Like ever, bro. They paint him as a demonic figure and stuff like that, and all that garbage about him being militant and wanting to kill people. All that's bullshit, bro. Like
yeah, people just don't listen. I can say this though, like. Growing up, okay, I grew up like, I ain't gonna lie, I'm a country boy, man. I grew up in LaFleur County, Greenwood, Mississippi, the first like 11, 12 years of my life. So being black and
you said Greenwood, Mississippi?
Yeah.
Bro, when I was at Johns Hopkins last week, there was a girl from Greenwood, Mississippi.
Yeah, that's crazy.
She went to, I forgot the high school she went to, but she was talking about how like the education system was horrible.
Greenwood High School, probably.
Yeah.
Greenwood High School, where those are the only two we got in the county. But I actually just did a paper on this in my intro to Black Politics class for the summer, talking about just like education reform in Mississippi. But basically, like Mississippi, ever since integration has come about, whites don't go to public school. So the whites in the public school system vanish. If you looked up any just point county in Mississippi and you look at its public school system, 98% or higher of the inhabitants of that public school system are black, and the dropout rate for the 2% that are white or other races is extremely high. Either they're there for a transition semester because they couldn't get into the private academies that are within the counties, or like they're just gonna drop out anyway. So white people, like ever since 1969 in Mississippi, have sent their children to private school. Like they send their kids to private school, whether they gotta get on a payment plan, however it goes, they send their kids to private school. The like little like speck you see where there are whites within the public school system is, in my county at least, is for one school, Bankston Elementary School, which is on the northernmost side of the city, which is the most affluent area of the city.
Mm-hmm.
So it's black kids that do go there because their parents are affluent enough to send them there. But once those kids hit 6th grade, they don't go to Greenwood Middle, which is the only middle that we have. And then so because of this, these schools are severely underfunded. They've been underfunded by $3 billion or more since 2008.
$3 billion?
$3 billion or more. And also, because these schools are underfunded, the legislators, the lawmakers of the state of Mississippi, their children on attend public schools, so these public schools don't get that funding, causing the county school system back home where I'm from, Greenwood Public School District had to become one with the LaFleur County School District because they had to pool their money together to put all the school systems together. So now the county schools and the city schools are all together as one under the LaFleur County School District, except for just Greenwood City Public School District, because they don't have enough money to keep running. Like, they always in a deficit.
Bro, that is crazy, bro.
Yeah, so like, but back to the point of just like about knowing Black history. I grew up, you know what I'm saying? My folks is from the same plantation Emmitt got killed on. You know what I'm saying?
Are you serious?
That's my grandma. That's my grandma cousin through marriage.
Like they was in the same plantation that Emmitt's family came from.
Yeah. Out there in Money, Mississippi, still in Fort County. The help and stuff was shot out there. Robert Johnson, the blues musician, died out there. B.B. King. So like being Black from the South, you kind of like know your history because it's ingrained in you. Fannie Lou Hamer, you know, all that stuff. I was actually just watching TikTok. I was just watching the TikTok today about Fannie Lou Hamer testimony against the Supreme Court, where Lyndon B. Johnson cut her off to announce the 9-month anniversary of somebody getting shot next to what's her name? Not who his vice president is going to be after 9 months of the president getting assassinated, but to announce that it's a 9-month anniversary of somebody getting shot just because he didn't want somebody to hear her testimony. So I mean, we just been through a lot, like back home in Mississippi, so we just kind of like always in tune with our Blackness. It's just more so to default, like because the system is so beat down and against this, you don't really see no real change from the people that's from there. You gotta kind of lead to blossom and like really speak on what's going on. Yeah, like you don't really see the change in house, and if it is some change in house, they're gonna run you out for real because the system is so predominantly like just structured. We done had the same mayor since I was 8 years old, same sheriff since I was 6, 7 years old. Ricky Banks probably was sheriff before I was born. Ricky Banks been sheriff for a long time.
I'm about to look that up right now. You said
Ricky Banks been the sheriff of LaFleur County for a long time. Carolyn McAdams been the mayor of LaFleur County for a long time.
That's crazy.
I'm about to look that up right now, bro. That's actually crazy, bro.
Yeah, like it's not no change. Like it's the same people still making the same policies.
Wait, I see. Oh, he said he won't seek another term. After 40 years?
After 40 years. And you know another thing? Ricky Banks didn't bring charges against the lady that lied on Emmitt Till. He didn't bring no perjury charges. That was a big thing.
That's crazy.
Because Emmitt Till's murder happened in LaFleur County. The lady who just died, who lied on him, Ricky Banks never brought charges against her, and it's been proven that she lied about it.
Yeah, for Carolyn Bryant. She actually she passed away. Like,
she just passed away this year. Yeah. Ricky Banks never brought charges against her. He's been the sheriff of LaFleur County for that long.
After 40 years.
I'm telling you. That's
he's 75. You know he racist as hell, bro. Exactly. Like, dude, that's crazy.
Stuck in their ways, and they will never change. Like,
it's never gonna change, man.
Like, we have all these laws saying like how racism is illegal, but racism is still going on.
Oh hell yeah!
To this day, like we're still seeing people being hung. We're seeing systemic racism. Like,
yeah. The systemic racism is kind of like the thing, like growing up in Mississippi, like you don't really like know, like damn, I don't got no resources for real. Like it don't ever click because like basically, like I said, you get written off, and like all the people in Mississippi that's still there, bro, like they kind of just accepted the fact, like oh, I ain't gonna be shit. Like I'm gonna just get a job in Milwaukee Tools. It's the best my life gonna get. Like I want smart, I want this, I want that. Like they really write themselves off. And then like also, if you try to make some change, there's not really like not too many people like with enough resources to make the change. People that do have the resources, like. Because of the craziness, the violence, and all of that, they kind of shutting it all down. Like my family on the restaurant, they gotta shut it down. Like people be getting shot all the time. Like always some crazy drama going on, and we don't really have no like events or nothing to like do. We don't got no YMCA. We don't got no place for people to go.
But that's one of the biggest things, bro. Like something that I was kind of writing down recently was like, instead of like, you ain't even gotta put hella stuff in the hood. You just gotta give them stuff to do. You gotta give the kids stuff to do. Just give them a recreation center, like give them some like a park, something somewhere where they can play at, and instead of doing something else, you know, that's what like we fail to do that. That's the simple stuff, bro.
And it's just time, really. Honestly, you don't even need that many resources, bro. You can get you and your homies can come up, get you $150, go buy y'all some basketballs, go buy some nets, cause the parks, look, Broad Street Park, they ain't had no nets since I don't know how long. Just go get you some basketball nets, put the basketball nets up. Get you some cones, get you some like this. Hey y'all, come to the park every day. I'm gonna have some quarter waters out there for y'all. I'm gonna have some little water out there, little sandwich. Like just get the kids off the block. Nobody do that, bro. Instead, I ain't gonna lie, people just like, you know what I'm saying, they're putting guns in the kids' hands instead of a book. You know what I'm saying? Kids are just not. They never been shown love or just like any genuine compassion, not from their parents at home because they're not caring, or just the people that you send them to school to every day. They don't care. So it's just like
one person I can commend because he's really trying to help black students. LeBron, that I Promise school, like he's trying to build black people up. Like if you can't afford to go to that school, he's providing scholarships, all of that. Like he's trying to enhance the next generation. He's trying to make us all great. And me and Keishun were just talking about this the other day. Whenever a black man is like he's rich, he's successful, he has a platform, and they try to do good in their hood, they always end up dying. We were just talking about Nipsey Hussle. We were just talking about
Young Dolph.
We were just talking about Young Dolph.
Yeah, man. Like it's like also like with, I guess like people also like we be killing each other over such trivial things as black people, and we gotta realize like who our real enemy is. And I'm not using this platform to spread hate or anything. I'm not saying like a casual white person is my enemy. Just like,
that's
just
real.
Like yeah, like I'm saying like another thing. I think that gets a lost in translation. Like me being a black man, me being vocal, saying like I may use a general concise term, white people or something like that.
And people will think you talking about
your
average white person.
Yeah, like nah, bro, you a teacher or like you work at Kroger's. You ain't doing shit to affect my life. You just white and living like me. Shit, we probably go through the same economic issues, and like these two people right here, Martin Luther King, and I also like spent a lot of time in Memphis running up Black History Museum, Lorraine Motel. They turned that into the Black History Museum. So I used to go there all the time. His last speech, bro, it's about economic reform. It's about getting rights for sanitation workers.
They don't talk about that.
They don't talk about that.
Bro.
And when Malcolm X, when he came back from his pilgrimage through Africa, spending time with diplomatic leaders over there, what was he talking about? Economic reform. When we realized that, I mean,
world economic reform, trying to Africa and the United States.
Exactly.
Bro, like,
world economic reform. It's not really no black or white thing. It stopped being that when these two men shook hands in this picture right here, and we went from second-class citizens to first-class citizens and was able to control who makes our policies. It's just that now, like I said in Mississippi, people don't vote because they don't know and they're uneducated, and it's not no real reform. It's no like economic reform. All the money that has been given to the government to like put in place these things that help us in our community is being embezzled or going God knows where. Exactly. So when you start talking about the real issues,
Brett Favre.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Brett Favre.
yes.
Perfect example. Yes. When you start talking about the real issues of really what's going on and how it's more so about your pockets and your economic status in America more than anything, that's when they come to get you. I'm not gonna lie. That's when they come to get you.
That's
Fred
right.
Hampton, Malcolm X, Nipsey, Young, or whoever. Like they're gonna come get you. It might be a person that look like you. It might be a person that's white. It might be a person that's whatever. But that's when they gonna come get you.
Bro,
sure.
that's the realest thing, because like Martin Luther King, like they was letting him do all the I Have a Dream stuff, all the unity stuff. But once he started talking about money, because in his speech with NBC in 1967, he said America got integration at a bargain price. They didn't have to pay nothing. America, they just had to pass a civil rights bill. They didn't have to pay nothing. Black people actually started spending money at white stores and white institutions because they were able to now. Exactly. They got it at a bargain price. But once he started talking about, he had a video I saw, like he was talking about like we need land, like we need resources, bro. Exactly. And when he started talking about that stuff, when he started talking about Vietnam, more messing with the United States economic interests, they got him. Because once you start talking about the money, is when they get you, because that's what actually fucking matters.
Yes. And they try to make it seem like it's all black and white, man. And Fred Hampton, another great black man. Fred Hampton, man, he unified all of Chicago. Anybody, the guy would have had a grievance against the political system that was in place, he's unifying them all together. They demonized the Black Panthers as if they were like this most terrible thing in the world. These people were about economic and social reform. They weren't about black and white. Oh, I'm black, I'm better than you. It's not black supremacy.
Exactly.
It's literally, let's create a better American space for all of us and create something that's equitable, an equitable society. Not an equal society, but an equitable society.
Bro.
They hate when a black man with a platform and power tries to teach generational health, wealth, and prosperity.
Mm-hmm.
They hate it whenever we do that because they want us to kill ourselves.
like for real.
Like why do you like drugs, guns? We have a liquor store on every corner.
And boy, that's by design, bro.
And that's
by design.
They want us to kill ourselves. They want us to look like fools on TV. Like they're like, oh, that's just another dumb nigga.
Bro, Raymond, bro, you ain't never seen no drugstore, no strip club, no anything like U Street in a white neighborhood, bro.
Yeah.
You don't see that.
Like you go over there by University of Maryland, you don't see none of that.
You don't see none of that at all. Like you don't see nothing at all.
It's like you're in a different part of town.
Also, another thing, it's kind of like Boys in the Hood. I'm gonna quote the great Furious Styles. How you think the drugs and the guns getting over here, bro? I don't own no plane to go to Panama.
Exactly.
Dude, it's right in our face, bro.
$1,200 to go up in there and buy an assault rifle. So it's just like, you know what I'm saying? How you think the drugs and the guns is getting on here? And then also with the legislation, look at Chicago. Chicago is the street with the most guns on it. It's so illegal to have a gun in Illinois. Like you have to go through so much to get it. So it's just like, it's not the legislation. I'm from Texas. Like if it's no gun laws at all. Literally, it's like, what law can you refer to get a gun now? It's like if you're 18, you don't have a felony, you can buy it. That's it. Whatever gun you want. And you can carry it openly whenever you want to. You can carry it concealed wherever you want to. So it's like people, but I'll be more like in fear of my life in Chicago, where no one is supposed to have a gun.
No one is supposed to, quote unquote,
have a gun. So I was just like, I don't know, man. Like the Black Panthers exemplify for sure when Ronald Reagan was governor of the state of California.
Yeah, governor from 67 to 75.
Exactly. Once black people get guns and we all have legally owned firearms, that's when it changed.
That's when the gun reform came, bro. That's when it started coming.
California was like, oh, no guns. No guns at all.
Exactly.
No guns for Negroes.
Like, they don't want black people to have an inch, because once we get that inch, we're gonna take a mile. We're gonna take a mile, because it's like we've been counted out so much that now we trying to take a stand.
Exactly. And another thing is like, black in this country, it's like I'm not like in a sense, like you like stripped us of our identity. I mean, like I said, I love and appreciate being from the South more than anything, because like you kind of know your roots. Is where everybody who's black kind of like just blossomed into, kind of unless you like from New York and you don't trace your ancestry back.
Yeah, but we all from the South.
But everybody like blossomed out of the South.
Every time I meet a person, every time I meet a black person like from the city, I'll be like, "Where your grandparents from?" Yeah, it's usually from the South.
It's usually like from the South, so like you kind of know who you is. So I don't be like I'm stripping my identity because I know it, but like for the average black person from another place, like they don't really know their identity. Like you didn't strip them of our identity, you strip them of our name, race, all of that. So now when we trying to like find our identity in America, just like you, just like any other race or any other society, it's kind of like they won't let us or allow us to do that systemically, and that's kind of the worst problem. You know what I'm saying? That's really the worst problem.
They want us stuck in a box.
Stuck in a box for sure.
And that's the thing, bro. Like after slavery ended, bro, like you release a whole group of people. 98% of them cannot read or write, and you give them no resources. Even the Freedmen's Bureau, which was supposed to help black people from 1865 to 1872, there was so much corruption and embezzlement. They took so much money out of that. So Howard is actually like a foundation is because of the Freedmen's Bureau. Like all that stuff, that's just getting out of slavery. Don't even get me started on the years after slavery where black people did build all black towns like Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Just for them to be run.
You know, all that stuff, bro. Like, and they just straight up destroyed them, bro. Even in the 1950s, like the 1956 Highway Commission Act, which they had to build highways to connect the white people who was moving out to the suburbs after World War II to the city, because they was moving away from the city because black people started moving into the city. And what do you think they built these highways through? They built them right straight through black communities, destroyed thriving black communities, thriving black businesses. So when people talk about systemic racism, those are examples of systemic racism, bro. Like people will think that like racism is just like me calling you a nigger or something like that, bro.
It's a lot. It goes way deeper than
in black politics. Yeah, it's not just you calling me a nigger. That might have racial intent, but that's just more so a sign of your prejudice. You can't actively be a racist unless you writing laws that systemically hurt me and my people. That's the thing. That's what racism is. Like, I don't care if you live. I'm from Mississippi, bro. You think I ain't been called a nigger before? You think you gonna make me come out of my character to call me like call me out of my name? No, that's just your bias and ignorance being displayed. You're not actively harming my life. You still not gonna have no teeth in your mouth and live in a trailer once you get done.
Hey, bro, on God.
So it's like I don't really care about that. But like you just said with the Highway Commission Act and stuff like that, like it's more so systemic than anything. And I kind of lost my train of thought for a second.
Wait, there's something I wanted to add. Like, okay, Joe Biden, bro. Like, there is a senator named Strom Thurmond who was from, I forgot which state he was over, but he was the longest serving Senate member ever. He served for 48 years in the Senate. He died when he was like 102. Like, he died like in 2002 or something like that. Around that time, you know, like, he was one of the most racist senators in the history of the United States. Like, racist as hell. Like, And when he was senator in the 1960s, he was blocking all the civil rights legislation, bro. Like, racist as hell. Guess who gave his eulogy when he died? Joe Biden.
That's crazy.
Joe Biden also was a part of the Super Predator Act.
He was part of that, bro. Like the 1994 crime bill.
Yeah, when they was calling inner city black youth super predators. How the fuck am I a super predator?
When they giving us guns and drugs.
Exactly. When you're the one supplying my hoods with crack and guns. But another thing I was gonna get to was like talking about the Highway Commission Act. Man, I keep losing this train of thought.
We was talking about like businesses that went through it.
Oh yeah, slavery. We was talking about slavery. Another thing that people don't realize is the black code. So like you just said, 98% illiterate. It's literally illegal to know how to read, be killed, or aim for know how to read. 98% illiterate. Also, you infiltrate these black codes and you remove federal troops from the South.
1877, bro.
All federal troops from the South. So we can create our own laws. Then you create these black codes. Oh yeah, you don't have a job, you're going to jail. You're going to jail. You're going to jail. You're going to jail. Because the 13th Amendment states that you are not to be slaved or like a slave or enslaved unless you are guilty of committing a crime. So now it's a crime not to work for me. Exactly. Even if you have $100,000, you need to have a job.
You need to have a job.
So you're gonna work, and that's why I'm saying
for like pennies on the dollar.
Slavery, yeah, like bro, like I'm from Mississippi, bro. Like I'm real proud of it. Like slavery still basically existed, bro. Sharecropping is fucking you work for credit. Like that's literally it, and you don't even come out. Like you having more kids to fucking work. Like when I tell you all my grandma, like they got 17 kids. Oh, this auntie got this many kids because fucking y'all gotta work to get ahead.
Exactly.
Like y'all have to work to literally get ahead. Like y'all have to literally borrow to work to get
Facts.
ahead.
And the thing is, like when they sharecropping, they wasn't even taught how to read, bro. They wasn't taught how to do none of that stuff. My great grandfather was a sharecropper. Mm-hmm. He was from Arkansas, and he died not knowing how to read.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And he died like 2001. Yeah. Like it's crazy, bro. Like they really they held us back so much and stuff like that. And people always like one of the things that like white people will always say like in the comment section on Instagram is like, why are you bringing race into this? What does that have to do with race? Like, bro, this country was built on race, bro. Second of all, this country was built by black people.
Exactly.
Like straight up.
They're not ready to have that conversation.
Yeah, like that's the thing. It just be like, I don't know, like, even as a black man, like, even though there's all the shit my people went through, like, I don't know, if I can have enough integrity in me and enough intellectual integrity to just, like, an emotional integrity to just, like, read all this history and know all this stuff about my people and our struggles and not go out and just, like, hate white people every day, you should feel the same or be able to listen to a white person. You should feel the same, like, of another person. Like, that's the thing with me. It more so aggravates me more than anything because you could be the most racist person in the world. You can have whatever beliefs, but you got to at least listen and understand. That's it more than anything. Because like, if anybody should be mad, motherfucker, it's us.
Yeah, like, bro, we should be the ones who's mad, bro.
Walk around with their motherfucking chest poked out, mad. It should be us. Because ain't nothing been taken from you. Everything has been taken from us.
And that's the thing. I was having a conversation with my homie yesterday. Like, oftentimes when like somebody gets killed by the police or something like that, they'll always be first. Or they'll always be like, okay, what was he doing? What was he doing? Exactly. And I feel like that kind of makes up for the white guilty conscience instead of it happening because of us. Mm-hmm. It's their fault.
It's their fault. Like they forced my hand. They made me kill them. They wanted to act ignorant and belligerent.
Exactly. Unless you actively shooting a gun, I didn't see a white man with a point of AK at a police officer as close as me I'm standing to you, and they still found a way to tase him in his arm.
That's crazy. Oh, they trained to do that. They're trained for that.
I done seen a white man hold a like AK-47 this close to an officer's face, and the officer still found a way to tase him and get his gun from him. Like if a kid has
that's a black man, that's 60 shots.
Exactly. They're shooting the shit out of you for no reason. Like a little kid having a toy gun. They're killing him. Like we're just getting
like
killed
a little kid.
Exactly. Like, they're just finding a way to try to take us off the map.
Or man, or like Trayvon Martin, man. Like you could just be killed legally by a citizen, not even nobody that is like an upholder of justice, like a formal upholder of justice as a police officer. Like you could just be killed by a citizen in his suspicion, with no repercussions. I mean, with Ahmaud Arbery, we finally seen justice in that sense. It's just like we're okay. We can't keep letting these deranged white men roam around the neighborhood, and once they see a black man,
and then they feel. Bro, even with the Ahmaud Arbery stuff, there were people who were still saying he deserved it because he was walking around in a house that wasn't built. That's what he was doing before they chased him. He was like walking around some house that was under construction. Like, there was nobody there. He was just checking it out on some curiosity shit. And
That's
bro.
no reason to get killed.
Exactly. That's not a reason to kill somebody, bro.
Unless I'm a threat to public safety. I done seen them detain people to shoot up malls. Like, bro, people be active shooters and still be getting detained. So, like, if a white man can walk into the building and literally take life at free will, like, I don't think nothing justifies a black man, even if he was stealing lead from out there, he don't deserve to be killed. He deserves the right to have this day in court, just like everything else. I think that the country literally it's been hundreds of years of them not even viewing us as humans. So it's kind of hard just to get them in their mind that we are experiencing the same thing as you black men.
Like, we are humans just like you. We have the same 24 hours as you.
Same 24 hours.
We breathe the same, eat the same food. We all
Like,
have
it is
children.
no difference but the color of our skin, and even in that shouldn't matter.
Bro, it shouldn't, bro. Even the whole concept of like you was at that medical internship, bro. Like you couldn't even put your picture up, bro.
Yeah.
Couldn't even put your picture up because you was afraid they was gonna look at you as less than a human, as if you was already like a thug or something like that. Even though you got all these accolades behind your name.
Yeah, and what I did like about my internship too, I felt like I told them at the end of the internship I felt like they did it on purpose, but they actually had no idea. But they put me into the ENT department, and I was with Dr. Brissett, and literally the majority of the ENT department was all black.
Wow.
Like it was awesome. I was telling my mom, I was like, Mom, I think they did this on purpose. And I'm telling them about it. They was like, we didn't do this on purpose. I feel like I said that was God. God was showing me like, okay, if this is really what you want to do, I'm gonna put you around black folks that's doing it, that's doing the damn thing, and they're gonna take you in, they're gonna embrace you because they see that you're a young black male. You go to Howard University, tattoos, all that. You look just like us. We're gonna take you up under our wing. We're gonna try to push you in the right direction. We're gonna embrace you with open arms.
That's what it has to be.
And that was such a fun experience. Like I just love that. I had a work mom and everything. Like everybody just loved it. Like it was just a fun experience, just learning from black people, just seeing black excellence. And that's another thing about Howard. Like it was just awesome coming to Howard, getting that black experience. Like you're seeing blackness, you're seeing black excellence. You're surrounded by black people that's striving for greatness.
Who's motivated?
That's motivated. That
motivate me.
You're seeing everybody that's doing different things. Like you're seeing politicians, you're seeing political science majors, you're seeing economic majors, you're seeing bio-med, pre-med, like you're seeing business,
music, art, like SOB, like everything,
like
finance, supply chain, like
you
going crazy.
Like you name it, like everybody's they're making their own mark, they're making their own legacy in their own ways, and it's awesome seeing that. Like it's just like, wow, we're really out there doing it. We're out there spreading our wings. We're out there doing what us black folks in the past couldn't do.
Facts, bro.
Like we have that opportunity to continue to grow and prosper. Like that's just an experience like I will never change. Like
facts.
Like Howard can put us through everything. The Howard run around, all of that. I would never change that experience for the world.
And bro, ever, bro.
Like, I wouldn't change it. I would go through that 10 times out of 10. Because I got to learn so much about not only me, but my black history and establishing my blackness, embracing my blackness.
Embracing it. That's something that I feel like makes us different. Like, bro, I promise y'all, like, when we go out into these spaces, us being from Howard is going to resonate. It's going to make us feel more powerful. Like, we gonna walk in the space and be like, yeah, I went to Howard. Like and they gonna feel it. Even with other black people who went to PWIs or something like that.
Exactly.
Like, they gonna, bro, like, I'm for real. Like,
yeah, like when I made my LinkedIn, I put in there, I said, my name is Raymond Murray. I'm from Houston, Texas. Like, I'm from the illustrious Howard University.
The illustrious.
I put that in there.
1867.
The illustrious Howard University. That stigma, like, in everything that we do, that stigma of Howard University carries weight. Like the name Howard University carries weight. You see that in music. You see that in art.
TV shows,
everything. Like everybody wants to embrace Howard University. And the fact that we was able to go here, graduate, get that degree.
Talk about it.
The price went up.
It really did, bro.
The price went up. Most definitely.
And bro, that's the thing. Outside of Howard, I want black people to go to HBCUs, period, bro. That's something that I really want black people to do. I don't care which school it is, bro, but I promise you the experience that you have here will prepare you so much for the rest of your life, bro. I will never ever forget this experience, bro. It will always be a part of me forever, bro.
Also,
like,
the bond you build out here, bro. I can't lie. Like, how hard you find like your people for real, man? Like, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna be locked in for the rest of our lives, honestly.
Drew Hall.
People, Drew Hall, man.
Drew Hall was a brotherhood.
It's a brotherhood, man. It's like, yo, introduction to everything. You like first time away from home, and you gotta share space with all niggas. all niggas, all types of personalities.
You gotta use the public rest. You gotta use the bathroom.
Public restroom, bro. Like, you gotta share a bathroom with these niggas. Y'all gotta share everything. Like, and then y'all got, like, you know what I'm saying, your little floor beefing, you know. Third floor, give it up.
The second floor up in this mug, man. Come on.
I still used to come to the second floor, though. You know, I'm an honorable member.
You wasn't a second.
I'm an honorary member. I spent just as much time on the second as the third, but
it's crazy. Remember the time like we had hung out. It was like me, Tavian, Jared, Zari, like, and then you had came to my room a few days after that, but you didn't know it was my room because Steve told you to pull up.
Yeah, Steve was like, "Hey, bro, come downstairs." You was right next door to Steve.
I was like 2 doors down from him. Then I opened the door. I was like, "Oh, shit!"
That's my nigga Joe. Yeah, I was going to watching game, all types of shit, bro. Like second floor, like Drew Hall, man. Third floor, Drew Hall, like. We just around a bunch of everywhere, bro. California, like, Jared's from the Tavian's from Indiana, you from Cali / Houston, like, or Mississippi / Houston. Like, it's just so many niggas, so many personalities from everywhere.
And building them lifelong bonds, bro. Like, Drew King stand up. I don't care what nobody gotta say. Like, if you ain't never went through, if you was a black man at Howard University, if you ain't never went through Drew Hall, you wasn't living right.
Man, bro, I be telling my homies who stayed in Cook, they be like, bro, like, Drew, that shit looked weak, bro. I'm like,
it was so fun. Like, I ain't gonna lie though, I remember my first day in Drew, bro, because I thought I applied to Cook. I really didn't give a fuck, honestly. When I was going through the whole motion, bro, I was focused on enjoying my summer. I just graduated high school, like, I ain't had my living situation right. Like, I just paid the little fee or whatever, and then, like, I'm like, all right, Drew, Cook, wherever y'all put me. I seen they put me in Drew. I'm like, oh yeah, Drew the better one, I think. Because it's named after such a prestigious person. So I'm like, Drew, bro. Yeah, that's the better one, I think. So I'm like, I'm going to have my own bathroom and stuff. It's going to be cool. And then, bro, I pull up. I'm like, bro, that shit look like a Russian prison. Like, I'm going to go up in here.
Drew Hall Penitentiary.
That shit look like a prison, bro. That shit look like an abandoned Russian prison, bro.
Like, it's like shaped like a box, too,
it's shaped like a box, too. Like, you, like, boxed in.
You got the courthouse.
Yes, bro. I'm like, damn, bro, it's rough. Then I just see a bunch of niggas moving in. I'm like, oh man. So like, what's your name? I just like, man, I don't know what I'm gonna do. So I remember I went to Best Buy on Columbia Road. I'll never forget. It was a nigga in there. He was like, yeah, bro. Like, you moved into Drew, huh? He was like, yeah, you go to Howard. Ooh, that's cool. I went to Howard. I was like, oh, that's crazy, bro. Yeah. And he was like, yeah, you went to Drew, huh? I was like, yeah, bro. And he was like, yeah, bro. Shit look weak right now, but trust me, bro, you gonna build some lifelong bonds. And my mom was telling me that shit. She was like, yeah, listen to him. I'm like, man, that nigga talking about some bullshit. Like, he ain't talking about shit. But then, like, when I had left, like, when the pandemic hit, and I actually had to move all my shit out of Drew, man, I was sad.
But that was really sad, bro.
Yeah, like, we didn't get to get our whole year in Drew Hall.
I was like, damn.
But I feel like that what did we get? We got maybe like a year and a little bit of a
we got
like a first semester 0.5.
Yeah, 0.5. We didn't even get spring.
Like we left like March. We left spring break.
March. What was supposed to be spring break never came back.
Y'all remember the first Darty? Like,
bro, that Darty.
I remember so
many
niggas
that was so lit. Like that
that
Darty was popping.
Bro, I remember the last Darty. Like, before the pandemic, so many niggas was like, I got class, I'm not gonna go. Like,
I was outside.
I was
outside too, bro. Like, we really did not know what was about to happen. And it's crazy. That was really like, that was the last, like, real.
That was like the last, like, Howard. Like, HU23, like, that was the last time we was all clicked up. Because, like.
We wasn't clicked up after that, bro.
Because everybody spread, like. I feel like that was Howard's fault too, because we was definitely supposed to still be able to live on campus coming back. Because I was waiting for my chest. I'm like, oh, I get to CHS towers. Like,
I was trying to stay in towers.
I was trying to stay in towers too, but I'm like, we was still gonna have that experience being on campus. Now we come back, everybody all out the way. Some people didn't even come back. Some people didn't even come back until graduation, and I seen that. Like at graduation, I was like, damn, I haven't seen you since freshman year. Like. Where the hell you been? I've been at home or I've been in bumfuck Maryland.
Yeah, I've been far out.
Exactly, like
taking these classes.
Yes, bro. Really, this semester too, like this last spring semester was the first time we actually had classes really in person, like all them shits in person. Like really, if you wanted to, you could escape your schedule out to have all them shits online. Like honestly.
But I was happy with it though. I was like, cool. Like this is my last. This is my last hurrah.
Until I hit pre-cal. I'm like, this nigga get a test on paper. It's 1700, bro. Zoom call me, please.
Bro, the thing is, like, even though we haven't seen like a lot of the homies since freshman year, like whenever I see a homie from Drew, bro, I always dap him up, bro.
Yes.
Like it's really that respect, bro.
It
like,
no matter where you from though, bro. Like people see me anywhere. Like we was in Miami. I seen his name. I seen Rashad. He seen me. He's like, bro, you used to live in Drew. I was like, yeah. He's like, what's up, bro? Dap me up.
Like it's really a bond, bro.
It's a brotherhood.
Like lifelong, bro. Like for real, bro. And one thing that makes me sad though is like we never got to say bye to dudes like Big Nate, bro.
Yes, Big Nate, bro. Yeah, I was just talking about that nigga the other day, bro. Big Nate, bro. I never got the chance to say bye to my dog, Big Nate. Bro, Big Nate was one of the coolest niggas ever. Wherever you at in the world, Big Nate, he'll be here to shout out to you, bro.
Like for real.
Much love, for sure.
Chilling. I hope you safe. I hope you chilling, bro. Like, cause real life, Big Nate was a cool nigga, bro.
Like for real,
Big
bro.
Nate, bro. Damn,
man, I just
took me down memory lane,
that just brought back so many memories, bro. Like,
Big Nate, bro.
I wish I could describe to the audience like Big Nate, bro. Like real, just like a real dude, bro. Like real, like sitting up in the security guard desk, just chilling, bro.
Like 2 o'clock in the morning, he called us like pizza downstairs.
I'm running.
Everybody running out there. You see everybody congregate downstairs in the Drew lobby. Like
niggas just standing there, bro, cooling, bro. Big Nate was really a guy, bro. Or when you check a shorty in, bro, Big Nate gave you that look, bro.
That was a time.
Like man, Big Nate was a real good dude. I know other lady in there though. Like I remember I got to say bye to her. Unfortunately, she passed.
Yeah, she did pass. I think during the pandemic.
Yeah, I got this out when I moved back in. She was like, "Oh, I remember you." I was like, "Damn, man, I left my key at home. I left my key to Drew at home. I got all the way up here. I left my fucking room key at home."
Oh my god. When did you move your stuff out?
I moved it out probably like 2 to 3 weeks maybe after the pandemic like had hit, and they told us we was not coming back. So I came up here, moved all my shit in the storage, and then that was that for real. But I was like, yeah, man, that's crazy. Like I got to say bye to her at least. She was a sweet lady.
I didn't even get a chance to move my stuff out.
For real?
Yeah, they was like, don't even come back. And then they was like, yeah, y'all can't move y'all stuff out. Y'all can hire a moving company and then come in. That's what I ended up doing. But them motherfuckers, they stole my speaker and all that. Like I came back, bro. They stole my brand new speaker I had just bought. And they stole my broom. I was like, nigga, you need a broom that bad, bro?
They stole my cologne, bro. That pissed me off. That stuff was damn expensive, bro. I came back, I'm like, why is the only, I had 2 bottles, though. The one that was damn near empty was the one that was there, and they took the other one.
I was so mad, bro, because, like, I'm coming back, I'm like, oh, yeah, junior year, okay, cool. My speaker go dead now. I'm happy as hell. I'm going through my shit. Where's my speaker?
Like, snatched it up, bro. Like, that's, man, thinking about Drew, bro, that was a time, man. That was really a time, bro. And sometimes I think back and wish I could have lived it up even more up in there, bro. Like, for real.
Shit, after the pandemic, moved me back in. Fuck it.
Like,
I'm going in out the way. Nah, Drew was really a time. It was real fun. I can't lie.
Bro, and
so many memories.
Ray, some of you were saying about, like, our class not being able to be together, bro. Like, we really, freshman year was the only time that we was actually together in our class. And it's something that makes me sad because I really wish I could have met more people in our class. And I feel like there are a lot of people that I would have met,
exactly.
like friends of friends who I don't know, who I eventually would have known, just maybe at like a kickback or something in CHS or whatever, you know.
Exactly.
Like,
yeah. Freshman year, I ain't gonna lie, I really force you to be outside and meet people, bro, because I'm not a social person at all, bro. Like when I got here, bro, it's like, nigga, you gotta go outside, meet some friends, and then it's like naturally occurred. Like, but man,
and it was always outside though.
Yeah, you always be outside. Another thing is, like, when we came back after the pandemic, outside was kind of dead unless it was like a specific thing, bro. Like, you weren't really just bumping in the night. Like, if you weren't in the sun, you knew when you came back, you'd be so excited. Like, if I seen you on my way to class, I'd be like, Joe, what's up?
You gotta catch up.
Like, bro, because you don't really see nobody. It was a point in time when you go outside, you see everybody you knew. Now it's like, who are these niggas?
Yeah, bro.
Like, freshman year, like, you could just be in the crib not having nothing going on. You go on to the yard. it's a party out there. Everybody got the speaker, like
bro. Freshman year, the beginning of freshman year, we was turned,
bro.
By the big trees.
By the big trees, bro. We had bro dancing and all. My dog Terry out there going crazy, dancing.
Shout out Terry, bro. Shout out my boy Terry.
Nah, I remember we used to see Terry, bro. We used to just say me, Jared, Sela, and Tavy, and one day, Jared, he be speaking like, I don't know, patois, whatever they speaking like the VI, bro. He be talking like he from near Sela, and then he just started saying random shit. Like that nigga was like, oh, whoa,